5, fundraising to get my kids to Canada and Paris. If you're just hopping into this series, I'm giving a story time of my piece of shit baby daddy to raise enough funds to cover school trips for my kids' graduation next year to Paris and Canada. So before I go on to tell you what happened after my husband cheated on me with my best friend, I need to unpack how everything that happened. This friend of mine, she's the same friend, the only friend that I had at the time. She had came to my house. I had confided in her about my marital issues. She had helped me give my daughter her first bath. She had had a baby a few months prior. This is somebody I went to school with. This was the biggest betrayal. This was a bigger betrayal than that of my husband's, who I was married to and took vows to. Because it was a woman. This is somebody that I had been breaking down to and opening up about what was going on between my husband and I. Just regular stuff, right? We were newlyweds with a new baby. We were young. Her betrayal was the first of many later on that we'll talk about. First betrayal from a friend that, man, really broke my heart. The circumstances, the way she so openly told me everything, which is actually what I wanted, but it just was like a dagger in my heart. And then him, right? We already know men are pieces of shits. But I'm like, out of all people, so I'm assuming what happened is because I was always using his cell phone to text her. That was my only form of communication. I didn't have my own phone, and he was providing for me at the time because I was home with our newborn. I was also a newlywed. We had only been married weeks. So I can only assume that at some point she texted him or he texted her. I don't know, because that line of communication was open because I used to use his phone. They start talking flirty and they develop some type of interest and they eventually hook up behind my back. And it was a night that they hooked up. Obviously, she didn't know what had just happened that night. But the fact that they both went to Walmart, bought me flowers together, that was crazy blow to me from another woman. So I wish I could narrate a story where I tell you that I divorced him immediately, knew my worth, picked up my shit, and moved on with my newborn baby. But I didn't. I was postpartum. I relied on him financially. Me and my mother were estranged because of my choice to marry him. And I was, with that mentality that this is who I lost my virginity to. He's the only man I'd ever been with. I had just birthed this baby. I felt like nobody else was going to want me. So I stayed.